Evening, folks. Gonna pop a little message in chat here. Stream has started. In case it didn't auto start for you. Hello, everybody. How are you? It's good to see you all this Wednesday evening. And it is definitely Wednesday and definitely evening. Everywhere in the world. Everywhere. You got an ad right now. Sheesh. Well, good evening too. Let's see, we have Katie Cat here. Says hello. Katie Cat, you've mentioned where you live. I don't think hello is like part of your vernacular, is it? Just And Riga says yo yo yo. And I think Riga also said yo yo Kura as well. So yo, what's up? I've never heard to say that. No, it doesn't work. Solston's here, early gang. Good to see you, Solston. Tailspinner Games is here. Isn't this convenient timing? You are getting on the treadmill anyway. Awesome. Signusia X1 is in chat. Pumpkin Rot. Good to see you all here. A lot of familiar faces tonight. And Oak Tree, thanks for being here. Good to see you. Tina Kincannon is here. Welcome, and welcome to Genesis. Hazard151. Good to see you guys as well. Moose, and Kolshi. Hello, everybody. Meowdy. I like Meowdy. Well, it is definitely already an official Kurzar stream, because it is raining. Let me get you all over to the game here. Boop. Yeah, you can hear the rain already. Yep. Official Kurzar stream. That's right, guys. So, yeah. Chill evening to get some chores done. I got a bit of a checklist here. Also got a bit of white currant jam to shove into our pancreas. Sugar, sugar, and more sugar. Who doesn't love that? It's like a toddler's favorite meal. And I am actually still enjoying how these came out, by the way. These, I think, are pretty awesome columns. And I'm really glad that we decided to nix the H's. That was a really good idea. And I'm glad we spent the time doing it, even though it might have been torture for some of you guys. Kitty Cat woke up just in time. We have Thiago Chores. I think you're a new face. I haven't seen you in chat before. Thiago, welcome. We have Dryacht as well. And Bam Diggity. Oh, hi, it's actually 2:30 at night. No, it's actually 8:30 in the evening. Everywhere in the world. My time is your time. My time is your time. Your time is my time. I'm putting stuff into a chest. I don't have my andesite. I could have sworn I had... Wait, right. It's sitting over here. I did this last time, too. Brilliant. That is actual stone. Good to know, says Bam Diggity. Ryan Richardson says, heck yeah, chores. Absolutely. With chores and some 20 questions. So we'll get to those momentarily. Is 4:20-ish. Okay. Just taking stock of where we're at and what I want to do here. So my checklist is pretty straightforward. I've got bees. Bees is kind of a staple because they're quick and necessary. Pretty much every chore stream will be bees to start with. We got iron blooms, copy pillars, and fire clay bricks. Now, I know that I said that we're going to be doing iron blooms today, but that may or may not happen. It sort of depends on the wind. Right now, if we fire this up, it's going to be kind of slow because it's a fresh breeze. At least I think. Let's find out. Yeah, that's kind of slow. I don't like that too much. So let's think about grabbing our anvil. We'll pop it in over there. Yeah, hoping for a near gale here. That's what we need. When you hear that clang, 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 clang. Alright, you come with me. Kind of like that. Should sound like that. Barton Farhana, welcome! You finally managed to catch a stream after missing a few. Good to see you again. That's not, what the heck is going on? Oh, I think I have... My wrist rest ended up on top of my keyboard. I got too excited about this anvil. Alright, so let's go get the bees, which will involve the scythe so we can chop down... Ooh, hello. Hello, my pretty. Yes. Green cypress trees for the eventual multiplication, as it were. Let's see, let's grab you. You're doing fine. Oh, we need clay, too. Let's grab that. All right. We have Olympus. Hey, I've been watching all the vids. Nice to catch me live. Awesome. Good to see you here. And welcome to what I assume is your first stream. And Wild is here. Good to see you. Did I name the oasis yet? You like Curazona or the Coralamo? I like the Coralamo, but I haven't picked a name yet. And actually, I know I was joking about names for this thing over here, this thing over here. But I forgot. I already have a name for it. So, and you already know what it is. Well, you might if you've been paying attention to streams and chat and me joking around about it. But I do already have a name for it. So, unfortunately, Hearth and Hammer Grill and Smithy is a great name, but it's not silly enough. California. More like Cavada. Then again, California's getting kind of dry these days too, or so I hear. No, it's not Hammer and Helve. It is the Pan era, where you'll go to get your baked goods, maybe make some soup there. We'll put a panning station in there too, for our OnlyPan streams. All right. None too shabby. Oh, and it suddenly got calm riftwise. That is great. Oh, and our bamboo is one or two stands have grown there, so that's pretty cool. That's the green stuff too, which is that's an interesting color actually, because like there isn't a color like it in Vintage Story. Like yeah, we got some greens. We got peridotite, and we got what's the other green stone called? Kimberlite. But like those are kind of like dark greens. This is really the only like spring green or spring green adjacent color we had to build with, so kind of cool. Hey, we have Puff Pastry 2001. You're a new face. Welcome. You've been binging the series. Nice to catch up on the episodes. Awesome. I'm glad to hear it. It's good to see you here in chat. Hey, Nara. Of course, the funny thing is, like, we might not really ever use it for panning in the end. Alright. Let's grab this guy out of here. If I can. And then we have to knife it, I think. Boop. There we go. We got 3 this time. Okay. And you go there. So I think with this, the thing that I don't like is that it does require some fiddling. So if you have like, yeah, like here we've got what, 18 skeps. If we had 18 of these, we have to pick it up, pop them down, right-click them with the knives, and then put them back, which is, that's not awful. It is better than this, I guess. Okay, that's actually a compelling argument. Anyway, ignore me. Alright, can I swap you, and you, and you, and you, and you? There we go. Less talk, more chores. I can do both. Oh, we have, I saw another one here. William Thackeray. Welcome. And Cyber Robin is here as well. I think I'm caught up. Welcome, guys. We've also got TL Forever 262. Good to see you as well. Angry bees, and angry bees indeed. In case anyone's not aware, I'm doing an Angry Bees Star Toucher playthrough right now, where I play with Very small ships, mostly. Actually, entirely small ships. Oh, come on. Go away, guys. You can't even hurt me. I'm invincible. You're alone, eh? There we go. Alright. Let's pitter-patter this in here. Wait, why don't I have... Wait, 8, 8, and 2 is 18. Okay, we're on track for a multiple of 3. I was worried I might have missed one. It's hanging out in the field somewhere here. I defeated myself in my own argument. I am great at winning arguments against myself. And losing them, too, for that matter. Alright, let's get back home. We'll squeeze some of these. And, oh, our trees are getting nice and big here. A young orange tree. A young pomegranate tree. Very nice. Very, very nice. Alright, let's go squeeze these out. We got plenty of fruit in there. I think we're good on meals, so I shouldn't have to do much cooking today. Bucket is upstairs. The bucket I use for everything. Alright. Exciting time. Let's squeeze this honey. You love the beastie noises. Beep boop, says Olympus. Oh, cool. So you also said that my Star Sector videos have inspired you to pick up Star Sector again. That's great. I do enjoy hearing people who are like, hey, I got into the game or got back into a game because of it. That's fun stuff. And Ryan is here. Been watching for a while. First time catching a stream. Welcome, Ryan. In case you're not aware, this is a chores stream. It's not like a... This is going to be like not like a building or adventuring stream. Chores streams are just like me doing kind of stuff behind the scenes to prepare for the next stream, the next full stream on the weekend. Yeah, mushy mush time indeed. But getting boatloads of beeswax, which we'll need for boatloads of candles, for boatloads of lanterns. Intense squeezing action. And soon we'll have 12 barrels of honey and nothing to do with them. Let's make mead. Meh. I have to say, I like the immersion, but like alcohol in this game is just so meh. As far as utility goes. Let's see. Beeswax goes up in here. Nice. Almost 3 full stacks. I'll take it. What month and date? It is March 1st. So we got about just under 2 months till we can harvest our orange trees. Well, when I say our, I mean ones that we've claimed are ours. Let's get you back on the shelf here. Back there, please. Thank you. And what else do I need to eat here? Got a bunch of this stuff. Oh, also, I was thinking, so at some point I might actually do a big cooking session, and maybe like next... Whoopsie. In the next chores stream. Because one thing that I forgot about storing food long term is that let's say we get these onions down to like, a few days left and I cook with them. That affects the final outcome of the food we cook. And the food we cook, as long as we seal it with wax or fat, will last like a ridiculously long time. So, there we are. So, yeah, we'll do some cooking at some point. I might actually end up making more crocs. I said I wasn't going to, but I'm rethinking the wisdom of that. I'm also going to grab the crocs that I wanted to get. Let's see. We'll just grab... there we go. You. What are you? Red meat stew, boiled pumpkin, blackcurrants. Perfect. Alright, so bees. I'm going to check off my list here with my mechanical pencil. And we have iron blooms, copy pillars, and fire clay bricks. Well, it is not terribly windy out just yet. So I'm going to go and put our stuff away. I'm also going to, while we're here... oh no, we actually have all the rope ladder we need at the moment. So I guess you go in here. Later. And you go here too. So I guess we're going to go and do some pillar copying. Just to get all of those in place. And we'll also get to fiddle around with the pantagraph from the ChiselTools mod. Because I realized that last time it was saying, like, can't copy items from the portfolio, this guy here. And I think it's because I didn't have all the requisite blocks in my inventory. So, whoops. So let's go ahead and we're going to grab... Oh, we already have you. We need you. And we probably also need you, little buddy. We're just going to finish you off. I have a feather pen and notebook in game. Why not use it for notes? I do, actually. I have notes in that notebook. Oh, well, for checklist stuff, I don't tend to, because it's just faster to do it with a pencil here. I assume that's what you're asking about. Alright, we have plenty of chalk. Alright, let's see if we can make this pantagraph dance for us. We might also need the chisel. What's left of it, at least. To turn things into chisel blocks. Solston says, could also be if you saved it as a shape and not as a shape with materials. Really? You can do that? Null inventory. I love it. Okay. All right, so let's just try this. We're going to bring this up again. Okay, fine. I am looking at one. There we go. Save shape. I don't really have an option to save shape materials. Is there a way to do that? Paste shape materials, paste shape only. I don't think there's a way of doing that explicitly. I think you just have to, like... Hope it works. Question mark. But we're going to take down all of these columns here and end up with a very funny looking floating build here. Just going to move you down as well. You. Go there. The first two options in F. Yeah, that's for pasting, not copying to a to the materials and shape. Oh, so someone earlier was like, "Hey, never mind." I realized someone was like, "Hey, you got a block under there," and I was gonna say, "Well, yeah, because you can see it from the side," but no, you can't. Whoops. And Girish Manjanath is here. Welcome. It's good to see you. I have a question from you today, I think. A question. I think for the columns that are underwater still, I'm going to keep whatever's down there, which would be wood and in some cases stone. So, kind of debating, should I make the wood ones stone too? Actually, this could actually just be dirt because... Oh, no, it can't. Never mind. I lied. That one is actually visible for real. Yeah, paste shape will paste the shape regardless of materials, and then it'll... That's a way to sort of do like a color swap if you want to. If you have a pre-chiseled block with... oh, with my lantern. Whoopsie. Right. Like, let's say you have a block like this one here, and you want to make a new one that's like green and white and red, because you're in a Christmassy mood. You can make the chisel block, copy the materials, or copy the shape of this, and paste it to the new block. And I think that should, like, let's say that orange is our base color, which it is here, and then the yellow is our second, and the white is our third. Then whatever order your new blocks materials are in becomes the new order of materials. So it would be like, again, it would be green, white, red. Let's get all these out of here. Oh, I guess I can open up my my file here. There we are. and we'll start talking about your 20 questions. And then after that's done, if you all have anything else you want to ask or just chat about, then we'll get to it. As I hear a certain Curzar says around here. Someone call Quentin to help us out. Yeah. Explain your mod, sir. Well, let's see. For our 20 questions, we have Bimsy James coming in hot with, what Dungeons & Dragons class do you think you would be? And what D&D class would you want to be? I have thought about that extensively. In terms of like real life actual class, and this is in D&D 3.5, it's what I know. Most people in the world, I think, are probably what would be called experts. Experts are kind of they're an NPC class. They're not really meant for use as player characters. And experts are a class. They get like middling attack bonus. They get, I think, middling saving throw, or high saving throw for like reflex and low for everything else. But their important thing is that they get skill points that a commoner does not. Commoner being the lowest level or weakest NPC class in the game. And so I think, like, in general, because of, most people get to go through, K-12 education. A lot of folks get to go to college, and you gain a lot of skills. So we're constantly farming those skill points and putting them into things that I don't think the commoner class really quite covers adequately, at least. So I think I'd be an expert, I'd be an expert at nothing, but I'd be an expert. Lots of points in things like computers and technology, in my case. Alright, so I want to figure out how to use this. I think. Okay, so I've got all these in my inventory. If I open this up. You're not chiseled yet. Okay, chisel you. There we go. Are you chiseled yet? No, you're not. Requires a hammer. There we go. Chisel, there we are. Okay. So now if we take this guy and we open this up. Pillar base deep H. Uses 5 materials. Okay, so I want to paste shape and materials. Sorry, cannot paste materials from portfolio shapes. Lame. Because now I can. Look at that. Alright. Let's just get these going on here. Enough fooling around. We're going to get all these slapped in and moving. Well, I meant to do that. That was on purpose, I swear. As far as to answer the second part of MD James's question, what class would I want to be? I don't know. Most classes in D&D end up experiencing lots of pain. And I don't really like pain. This might come as a shock to some, but pain's bad. Well, it's not bad. It's experiencing pain is unpleasant, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. And so I really wouldn't want to be one of the up-close and personal classes, even though I like playing them in-game. So I wouldn't want to be a, melee fighter or anything. So maybe, a wizard. So I can stand in the back, I can lob fireballs, I can be the smart guy who, just nudges the battlefield in the direction it needs to go. There we go, look at that. Oh, man. Perfect. Just pull up my inventory. I love it. I love it. This part I love. The portfolio thing, whatever. A little silly, but I'll deal. So yeah, we'll go with wizard. Sorcerers are neat, but I like to be the book nerd. And I think a lot of folks would say I tend to be the book nerd anyway in real life. So there you have it. Let's see. Pretty cool there. Very legal and very cool. Alright, so what am I looking at for you? I want to get my chisel out. Oh my. You are everything, aren't you? Okay. So I need more of these. I need like 20 more of the bauxite blocks. There we go. There's 20. And let's put you away here. Just to get you out. My inventory is very clogged. You know what? I'm going to put you away. I don't think we need this right now. Let's see. Here we are. Pain is very uncomfortable, so understandable. Yeah. Like, no one likes pain. I wouldn't want to be a class that you're going to expect pain in. In fact, I might not even be an adventuring wizard. I'd like sit at home researching and petting my familiar and, you know, building, like, observatories and watching the stars and whatever. Probably finding a way to un-isekai myself. And Girish Manjana says, you don't have to go on adventures because... Oh, just because you have an adventure class. Yeah, fair point. Although, like, if you are, like, a fighter, or something, then, like, probably you're doing something of that sort, or at least something where you are put in danger regularly. I still have no idea why this thing is not, like... Oh, darn it. Why that's not losing durability. There we go. I have a feeling we're going to have to do some shenanigans with getting the middle blocks in, because I don't think we can turn them into chisel blocks with the pantagraph while they're sitting where they're going to be. Because of silly rules. Actually, I think it's more of a bug that Tyro needs to fix. I'm seeing a strong breeze now, but it's still flipping back to fresh breeze, so... Oh, I can see a gale. Oh, we might be getting up toward where we can start working on some iron blooms. That'd be nice. Okay. Oh, we need chalk and more andesite. Oh, no. Oh, dear. We are fresh out of andesite. That can be fixed, though. That can be easily fixed. Alright, so chalk. Let's just go ahead and we're going to pull all these out of here. You. Come with me. The magic eternal pantagraph. Yep, I only need one, apparently. Yeah, we'll do a quick quarry break. It'll be at the quarry I think is just under our base, I'm pretty sure. I think I have an andesite portion of our quarry there. It could be over in the other quarry, I'm not sure, but we'll find out, I suppose. Alright. I'll probably get 2 andesite pallets just to be safe. Alright, so... Alright. Oh, we need sandstone too? We might actually need sandstone. No, not for these guys. Right. These are all just chalk and andesite. So you can go in here. You can go in here. We're pretty well done with you for the time being. And that is enough space for what we need, so let's go ahead and just do that. Let's have a bite to eat first. Nummy nummy. Alright. Do the top pillar section first, then the bottom. That might or might not work. We did find that in order to chisel a stone block, like make it into a chisel block, it needs to be like resting on something that connects to the ground that isn't also a chisel block. So like we couldn't, like if we did like this, we wouldn't be able to chisel this block unless we put something solid under here. So that would be interesting. Alright, so our next question is from Lake Filter, who worded their question in a way that I'm glad it wasn't, which athlete would you want to be? Because I wouldn't be able to tell you. But if you could have the ability of any athlete in the world, what would it be and why? I have no idea. Honestly, Um, any athlete. I tried to think about this like when I saw the question. But I honestly don't know. Like, sure, there are some things that would be cool to do, like once or twice, maybe at the skill level of a particular athlete. But like, there really isn't any particular athletic skill that I'm like really hankering to learn. Now, this is not andesite. This is, well, you know what? We could keep going down and seeing if there's andesite farther down. Let's grab some more ladders, though. I think the closest thing that could have to athlete envy. Actually, here we go. I know what it is. So swimming. I can swim mostly. Like, you know, I can swim efficiently. I can stay afloat in water for basically ever. I am bad at like actually swimming, like overhand stroke or anything. My swim stroke is side stroke, backstroke, doggy paddle. That's how I swim. So yeah, if I could swim better, that would be great. It doesn't need to be athletic, honestly. Just like better than I can right now would be great. Yeah, I'm actually gonna max these out just because. Boop, we're gonna be losing some and leaving them there. Leaving them there. Let's go find out what we have at the bottom of that shaft. Do not drown is already pretty good. Yeah. You can't figure out treading water. I don't. So, like treading water, you're supposed to like stand up straight, basically, and sort of kick your feet, and then like do like sort of like a breaststroke motion. But I find that doesn't work very well because I'm not a particularly like buoyant person. And I think that would work best for people who are already naturally buoyant. I am mostly stick and bones, or skin and bones. So I kind of have to put a little more effort into it. I kind of do like a little like windmill of my feet, like in alternate directions, like a hand mixer, like you're whipping up eggs or something, icing. And that's how I tread water. Puff Pastry's got some kittens on her keyboard. Uh-oh. Oh, I said her, but I don't know what you are. Sorry. On their keyboard. Hey, we do have andesite. Sweet. Perfect. Short trip. I had a feeling because we have andesite nearby, and I figured it probably extends pretty far down here. The Courageade mixer, yeah, that's pretty much how I do it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's do it this way. 1, 2, 3. And we actually need to be above it a little bit, so like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'm just goofing here, aren't I? Not sure what I'm doing here. Anyway, let's go. So go up. And we're going to pop a ladder. Yeah, I'll do it here. Not that we really need a ladder right there. So 1. Actually, no, it doesn't need to go there. It needs to go down 1. Can't climb to there. There we go. Let's pop you there. All right, so we're going to do 1, 2, 3, and then we'll go out 1 here. While our gear spins backward. Why don't I do a catwalk? It's more digging, really. I have to go. Do I have to go one more out? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, I have to go one more out so I can get outside the 4x4x4 zone. 1, 2. Yeah. 3, 4. There we go. Okay, so we just go here. All right. So our next question is from our resident Girish Manjanath. And in a question that will have the philosophers and historians puzzling for ages, it is, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? And to answer that, a woodchuck could chuck just as much wood as a woodchuck possibly could. So there. Say that 10 times fast. All right. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? That has been a staple of things that get stuck in my head since I was about 4 years old. We have a Block Party coming here with an interesting question that I haven't had asked before. And they're asking, what is the best non-alcoholic drink I've ever had? Brand and or style? How was it made? So I have kind of two answers. One is like my usual favorite, and one is one that I've had once. My usual favorite would be like Appalachian Brewing Company root beer and birch beer. They're both my favorite for different reasons. I like both very, very much. So that's my sort of usual favorite. If I had to pick an alcoholic drink that I would drink, I wouldn't say every day because it's mostly sugar, but I could totally drink like one every couple days and be very happy. The drink that I've had that's like an actually prepared drink that I think I enjoyed the most was, we were at a friend's house, and I actually can't remember whose house it was, but they made us some virgin mojitos, and they were absolutely amazing. And we've kind of lost touch, so I don't really talk to them anymore. But I'd love to get the recipe from them sometime because they were fantastic. Why are you here? Who put you here? Oh, I did. Puff Pastry says, for yourself, it's cold brew Earl Grey Earl Grey tea. You know, I am very, very partial to Earl Grey myself. Earl Grey is my probably favorite tea in general. I'm very much an Earl Grey person. We are talking about drinks, yes, Riga. Kitty Cat, like smoothies or aqua fresca. Is a virgin mojito just a mint limeade? Kind of. They put something in to mimic the like sort of tang of the alcohol, and I forget what it was. Like, I think it was some like apple cider vinegar mixed with something, like a very tiny amount, just to give it a bit of a bite. But it wasn't just limeade and mint, but it's pretty close. All right, so we have Mr. Androsite. There we go. And we have some Parrot White. There we go. Yeah, today, by the way, placing things in the crates works fine. Maybe it's because... No, but I have something on my back. Someone was positing in comments that the reason that it was trying to have me pick up the crates rather than put things in them was because I had my basket on my back, but apparently that's not true. But another mystery to uncover. We're still carrying this scythe around. I can't believe I, of all people, would carry an extra tool around that I don't need. That's just very unlike me. Let's see. You guys get to go in here. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make us, I mean me, a couple things. We're going to make some trunks. Actually, we'll just make one trunk. It'll be plenty for now. And I need wood. I need more wood. Do I have more boards over here? I do. You aren't supposed to be here. Let's see. Make two of these guys and slap them together, because that's how you do it. Boop. All right. There we are. My opinion on nuclear energy. I gave it a glowing review. But actually, I am very much pro nuclear energy in general. Not to give too much away about where I live, but I actually do live, or I did live near a nuclear plant growing up, and never did we ever have a problem with it. The only concern I have is where do we store the waste, and we need to sort that out before we really get really gung ho about nuclear energy. In Vintage Story. In Vintage Story, no, it doesn't belong in Vintage Story. But yeah, in real life, we need to worry about the waste and get that sorted. Figure out whether breeder reactors are the way to go or not. And I don't have the answers. Just that I know that I don't like breathing exhaust from diesel engines and things. So the more we wean ourselves from that kind of power, the better. I triggered the dad joke detector by glowing review. Good. I'm glad to hear it. Alright, hammer. Let's start with that. That should be enough. Yeah, we should be plenty. It shouldn't be a conversation more about how we can process the waste into something inert. Well, the problem with radioactive materials is that you can't just process it into something inert. You have to wait for it to become inert. And that takes a long time sometimes. But there are ways, and this is all like stuff that I've read about. I don't have any experience with this like firsthand or any knowledge of it. But apparently you can take nuclear waste and pop it in a breeder reactor, which is kind of a more dangerous than a regular reactor, from what I understand. And you can reprocess that into, or back into nuclear fuel. I'm also given to understand that some fuels can be used as a fuel, like some waste can be used as a fuel in a different kind of reactor. So that if that's true, that's very interesting to me. Aha! So the pantagraph lets us get around the limitation of turning these into chisel blocks. So, let's do it. Although, we have Stormwind. Stormwind keep. It's storming, guys. It's time. Put away this junk. Don't need this junk. Get out of here. We got blooms to process. I'm finding, on the topic of nuclear reactors, since it's still going on in chat here, I find the idea of thorium reactors interesting. I've seen some takes on it from both the pros and the cons on it. It's interesting to me. Again, I'm not a nuclear physicist or engineer, so I couldn't tell you whether it's realistic or not. But it's very interesting and sounds like a possible solution. Hammer alert, guys! Get ready to cover your ears. So what I tend to do here is I'll wait till this gets to about 200 degrees, and then I'll light the next one, and then the next one, the next one. That way you end up sort of like a progression of hot tamales, iron blooms. Stop! Hammer time! Breeder reactors aren't more dangerous, rather breeder reactors produce more fuel that requires processing. Yeah, I mean, the breeder reactor is the processing itself, as I understand. I mean, that's, as I understand, is the giant asterisk in all this. And I wasn't paying attention, so we're behind now on this. Oopsie. Can I do that? Five Culper Forge and living the rich life. Indeed I am. 200. 200. We have Pharaoh Caribou here. Says, hey Kurzar, have you ever thought about doing a build guide mini-series? Your builds are so good, and I'd love a series just about straight up you and creative going over how you plan these. So that actually feeds into a question I get a lot of, how do I plan my builds? And the actual answer is sometimes. That is the answer to how. I don't always plan my builds out, like, particularly in any particular way. Sometimes I do it in creative, sometimes I draw it on paper, and sometimes I just wing it. There's usually an element of, like, I'll get an idea and I'll plan out some of the idea, and then I'll wing it the rest of the way. Clang, clang, clang. But yeah, I might think about a build series later on. I don't have the bandwidth to do it right now, unfortunately. I'm pretty much at capacity, and given that we have Kurazini number 2 coming in likely January, I'm probably going to have to scale back operations around 2025. Oh my goodness. Heard that one. I do love me some health hammers. Wow. But with a violent storm, we're actually ahead on heating, so we probably just need 3 forges here. Once we get the 5th fail on here, we might be able to handle a little bit more. I'm thinking 3 is probably a solid limit for the future in general. That Ben says Kurazini. Yeah, I call my little one Kurazini. Not in real life. She has a name that's not Kurazini. Ingoxron's here. Welcome. Good to see you. Hope I'm actually behind here. I'm watching the chat too much. I should stop talking to you. Oh, I forgot to put this in here. No! So we have, our next question is from our resident, newest moderator, KD8LVT. And he asks, and I'm paraphrasing this somewhat, when I'm planning a Dungeons & Dragons session, how do I go about planning my session? Lots of prep, or do I wing it? And the correct answer is, once again, kind of the same for my builds here, is that it depends. There are some sessions and some adventures that I run. I've spent, months thinking about it, and I know it like the back of my hand, and I might do little to no prep sometimes. Now, that said, I do usually plan out the story beats of an adventure, and then I'll just sort of, write out, what might happen chronologically, what the characters are likely to be doing at a given time, and then I'll sort of, just sort of follow it. Freeform. Other times, I do plan out, large swaths of sessions for particularly complex things going on. And I'm gonna let this one burn out because we don't need all that, all this hot iron. But you guys get more. There we are. I think in general, my usual go-to planning method is definitely light to moderate planning. I generally know my players pretty well. I do have a group that I DM for on rare occasion that I don't know as well, but they're all beginners anyway, so it's kind of like I'm leading them around for the most part. But yeah, it's usually I'll plan out story beats. If there's a specific thing that I want to make sure that I say, or NPCs they run into, I'll write those notes down. But that's about it. Encounters. I will often plan out the battle encounters just so that I know that I'm challenging all the party members roughly equally and making it interesting for everybody. Because it's kind of boring if you boring for the players if you have a session or an encounter where not everybody gets a chance to do the thing that they're good at, and not everyone gets a chance to be challenged. That's actually important. You don't want to make it into a DM versus players thing, but you also don't want to make it too easy, or people get bored. I actually find it really interesting. Like, so I play a ranger right now, a mystic ranger in 3.5, which is it was a variant class introduced in I think one of the Dragon magazine editions or articles, and it's just a ranger with some more spellcasting and less melee. But I find it really interesting when I am forced into melee, because I can blow through an entire stack of arrows in 4 turns. I shoot 5 arrows around when I'm hasted. It's pretty disgusting. So I always keep a melee backup just in case I run out, and I have. I have run out before, and I find it interesting when I have to like pull my spear out and get up close and personal. Like it's just interesting. Like I'm doing a thing that our paladin usually does, and everyone looks at me funny, and then I kill something, and they're like, "You can do that?" I'm like, "Yeah." Okay, so we're not quite at. We're between 3 and 4 forges worth of capacity here, I think. Girish Manjana says, in your experience, when you don't do much prep, your players want to follow the story exactly. And when you do, they want to do anything but the prepped expedition. I find that tends to happen more with less experienced groups. Then again, like if you understand the players themselves, at least on a reasonable level, like you don't have to be great friends or anything like that. But as long as you understand your players and their motivations, and understand how good of players they are, to know how they translate that into their characters, I think you can kind of plan around that, and do this very successfully. Clang, 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 clang. I think what's really challenging, and this is from a game that I ran a long time ago, was when I did a co-DM game, where we traded off pretty much every session. We swapped roles. That was interesting in terms of planning, because like we both tried to do just enough together that what was going to happen was a bit of a surprise to the other person. And that was really interesting to do. It was actually very hard to keep that separation, because we were both on the same wavelength, like, all the time. So it was like, hey, we should do this, and then the other one was like, yeah, and we'll do that, and we'll do this, and that next thing. And just constantly build on top of each other, and then, like, you could tell we were both thinking the same thing the entire time. So it became a challenge to keep things secret, but we managed to do pretty well for ourselves, I think. Yeah, asbestos speed. Yep, we can walk on these apparently still. Riga asks, is there an asbestos hand mod? There kind of is. There's a blacksmith glove mod, where you make leather gloves that you can use. So that's pretty cool. Speaking of Ryuga, the last question I have today at the moment is from Ryuga. What do you think about playing something like Raft, Ark, or Subsistence at some point in the future? So this harkens back to an answer I've given a few times about other games on the channel. So I've played lots of Ark. I know Ark pretty well. Not an expert. I'm no Flinger Foo, if you know who that is. But I'm pretty good at it, and I do enjoy it. However, it is a very time-consuming game. So for big survival crafting games that require a lot of time investment, those might have to come in when Vintage Story is on a break. And probably, if I'm doing Ark, probably a real long break. When and if that were to happen. So about done here. But I would like to do other games, but it really comes down to what you guys, the audience, want. I mean, the reality is that my channel is pretty much built on Vintage Story, and a big, 90-degree turn like that is often detrimental to a channel. While I might enjoy it, I might not see many familiar faces who are here for the building and other shenaniganry that we do here in this game of blocks. Where we do lots of crafting and mining. Yes. Well. I guess that's that then. Actually, you come with me. You go here. Sudden and final death of the wind over here. I have a hammer. I do. I'm just gonna pop this up and finish it off. Assuming I can. Okay, good, I can. Very quiet. It's very, very quiet. There's no wind. It's been howling in my ears for the last, like, 20 minutes. Okay. Hammer done. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I'm not going to do these by hand. Just wanted to finish that one. I was saying sorry, guys, to these, not you guys. Not the audience. Come back, Storm. Yeah, lost a few coal there, but that's okay. Let's see. We got almost half of them done, though. 25? That ain't a bad start. And it is still calm. So let's go and keep working on these pillars here. I mean, we're basically almost done because this is going to be a real quick operation. But let's get it in. Oop, if I don't fall down. I saw a question here. Let's see. Here, who is it? Malnog. Oh, we have Samuel Perkins is here too. With how long have I been streaming? If you mean tonight, been streaming for about almost an hour. Not quite an hour. Sir, this is a Wendy's. Just gonna do that. Pick you up with this. And slap you back down. Oop. Oh. Of course. There we go. Oh. Poor butterfly. So Malnog, who is a new face to me at least, welcome first of all. Speaking of other games, a long time ago I mentioned Graveyard Keeper. Did I ever play it for my enjoyment? I did. I think it's a fun game. It's a little too grindy for me. Like, I really enjoyed the mechanics. I loved the isekai by death thing from it. The theme was great. The graphics were the art was excellent. It was sort of the vintage story of 2D survival crafting games. Like, oh, you want to make leather, do ya? Well, you better hope you've gotten to the part of the game that has the limestone mine. You better have killed 5 enemies and made sure you brained them and all that kind of stuff. I don't recall specifics of how it worked. No, you belong up here. There we go. Bottoms first. Bottoms up. So I did enjoy the game. I wish it was less grindy. Because I pumped like 30 hours into it, and I got maybe a quarter of the way up the tech tree. Like, in general. And let's get... No! Undo. Copy. There we go. Boop. Get all these done here. Let's scroll back down to catch up with chat again. Yeah, the blooms are still hot, but I don't want to do them by hand. I just don't have it in me. Oh, yes. That... Yeah, I was a little unsure when it was just the 2 columns, and we had the thick, chunky ones here. But now that I see it, I love the columns, and I think I'm going to make some more changes. We'll do it on the mainstream, of course, but I think I want to change up the blocks around here, the floor, and at least the lining here. I think I want to do some more sandstone and maybe like carve it to be like very like Middle Eastern archy kind of stuff going on. Something of the sort. Yeah, that could be fun. And then the floor, I think I want to swap it out for limestone or chalk. I know I said I wanted a darker floor, but now that I see it, I'm like, you know what, with these columns here, I feel like we want to do a lighter floor, but then do a darker pattern on the floor. Like just something simple, like checkers or diamonds or something. Maybe diamonds to sort of bring this pattern into the floor. But something to make this a bit brighter, because this is very, very much asphalty right now. So I'm going to put these away. I'm going to put you away in here for the time being. And since we don't have any wind back yet, the next thing on my list, which is the last thing on my list right now. So if we come back and we're not back into high winds, then we'll call it there. The last thing I want to do is I need to get some fire clay, and we need to get some fire clay bricks going on because we are getting low on bricks for bloomeries. And I think next stream we might do some building, but I would like to experiment with some of the mods we have installed that we just haven't touched yet. So this will be kind of fun. We have flowers on a rather young tree. What? How many of you have flowers now? Oh, way out. Oh, we have flowers on some of these. See, these are the oldest trees out here. 5.4 days. Oh, ho, ho. Oh, yeah, we got other flowers, too. Very noisy flowers. Oh, my goodness. Woo! Walked right into that one. Oh, this is great. This means... Whoop. This means we're going to go right to bed. Yes, indeed. Up we go. Alright. Sleep break, then fire clay. Of course, I might have wind by now, or by then. Yes, Ban's asking, Beehive Kiln maybe? Yes, that is actually one of the mods. And again, we need the fire clay bricks for it. Yeah, I want to do the stone brick oven, the Beehive Kiln, and also... I want to get into the rest of the rest of the From Golden Combs mod and try out the Langstroth bee boxes, see if they're any good. I'm assuming they're, given that they're the most advanced technologically, they're probably the most efficient, but I don't know. I could be surprised. They could be horrible. All right, let's grab you. Let's grab another crock of food. That would be you. 46 days in inventory, not too shabby. And let's see, where do we have some fire clay? We have some down south. Where are you? Considerate, don't need you. We have some here too. Let's go down south to here. And before we do, I'm actually going to make a... Hello. I'll make another... Let's make a crate. Let's see. Let's make it out of... I'm leaning toward Kapok today. I think we need a few more. It's probably more than I need. Up, and our saw is over here. Yeah, I want to be able to store the clay and or the bricks for and during their use. And since there'll be single object storage, crates are the way to go. Oop. Didn't quite land that one. Let's see. Let's put these somewhere. Somewhere, question mark. Storage at a mighty fine premium. I might tuck these in the basement. We got some space here, we're not using it. I'm thinking like a little stack of crates right here. I don't hear anybody disagreeing with me, so I'm going to go for it. How do I make these things anyway? Let's see. Boop. I want a crate. Just here. Because they changed it, that's why I wanted to make sure. Okay. Used to be made with some boards and some blocks. So let's just do one more. How's that sound? Perfect. We'll stack them here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Perfect. No matter how many chests you build, there's never enough storage in Vintage Story. Yeah, that is very true. There is a number of chests that is enough in general, even for me. And granted, I'm not the biggest hoarder, but I am still a bit of a hoarder. In the second guide season, I ended up with enough storage. Oh. Is this still not working? Alt-M. Nope, not that. Alt-Shift-M. Nope. Control-Shift-M. There we go. Surface ore. Why are you disabled? Something changed here. I don't know what it is. But these are not my colors. There we go. Olivine. Olive drab, sure. White, sure. Gold, borax, black coal. This should be brown. There we go. I could have sworn that I copied over all of my settings from the mods. But yeah, in the second guide season, we did have actually more than enough storage. There were some times where like we had certain specific collections of items that could have used a little more storage, but like we were never short on storage overall. Taterbater5 says, when I switched computers, yeah, I did copy over my mod settings, but I guess it didn't take for some reason. I didn't pin this one. Foolish mortal. I got some bamboo growing down here. Woo! Got a death pit, too. Thank you. But no thank you. I'm going to mark that. There we go. Doom. And that. Hello, lovely. Alright, get a bit of this. I'll be turning this into bricks as we go. I will bring back some, because I do want to make some of the clay ovens, but more for decoration than use, because I do want to do the stone bake oven. Exciting, heart-pounding, revel in action. That's why you're all here. That was a heck hole indeed. Some marketing going on here. I love that little blah, 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 blah sound of picking up items. It's very satisfying. So will I tell the story on how you got a Bullwinkle the Moose Sphinx? Can you explain that actually? Like, someone said that I have a ruin here that looks like Bullwinkle, and I forget the context. Or were you talking about the Sphinx in episode 107 of the first guide series? Because it did make a Sphinx. It was definitely in Vintage Story. Definitely. If you know, you know. Wobbly Goose came for the Hellhammer cacophony. Cacophony. Stayed for the bubble de blup sound. Indeed. Who doesn't love bubble de blup? The very first ruin I pillaged got some comments. On the way to the 2 spirals. Oh, spires. Yeah, 107 was in April. So, on the way to the spires. Oh, this guy here. I'm not sure I see it. Well, we can check it out on the way back. Ben says there are crazy things happening in the 1.20 devlog. Like tonight? Like fresh posts? Solston slipped another question. If you'd like to slip it in here, I can answer it here. I don't have Discord open right now. I would love to answer it, though, if you'd like. If you would love me to answer it, then I would love to answer it for you. Okay, I like that question. So the question from Sulston is, how much has Vintage Story given you the urge to do some actual homesteading type activities outside the game? Even little things like growing herbs and planters by the windowsill, etc. You pretty much hit the head on the nail on the head with the hammer right there. I grew up as a kid. My mom had like a vegetable garden, and I got to do, and sometimes had to do, some vegetable gardening, weeding, watering, picking, etc. So I have that background already, but even though I had bought a house in 2015 and moved in, I really hadn't done anything beyond like mowing the grass. No real gardening, that kind of stuff. And I'd say it definitely has inspired me to do some. I've done some like regular garden stuff, tomatoes and peppers and herbs and things outside. We have a small patch out back that gets just enough sun, except on the years when Canada's on fire. Those years won't get enough sun. So last year we got like literally like 2 tomatoes, which was a low point. But I'm actually currently growing a lot of raspberries. I have lots of neighbors with raspberries, and they're all getting rid of theirs. They're like, I'm done with raspberries. And I'm like, I'm getting into them. Can I have some? Like, sure. They just dug up plants and gave them to me. So I plopped those in the ground. So I have red raspberries, and they're called white raspberries, but they're really like a yellow golden color. And they're doing really well. I also have some Japanese wineberries, which are very brambly. Like, they're very spiky, not very friendly at all. But in my opinion, they taste more like raspberries are supposed to than raspberries do. Like, they're very raspberry-y, if you will. Really fantastic. So we got some of that. All right. Picking up what you're putting down. The pandemic really brought the aspiring homesteaders around here. Yeah, it's also true, because we did start doing the gardening during the pandemic, but it was kind of incidental. Like, it was, Vintage Story was sort of had me in the mood. But then my sister was like, hey, I bought too many tomato plants. Want some? I was like, sure, I'll throw them in the ground. And I went from there. We got some amazing tomatoes out of that year, actually. Some Kellogg's Breakfast Cereal tomatoes. I'm not sure why or Kellogg's Breakfast tomatoes. I'm not sure cereal's in the name or not. But they were giant yellow tomatoes that were excellent on caprese grilled cheese sandwiches, which are a favorite summer treat of mine. And I recently learned that Curazette only sort of likes them. And I was heartbroken. I thought of her divorce immediately. You can't have chickens or bees in your area. That's a shame. Actually, we have folks in our neighborhood who have chickens. Not sure about bees. But I do know someone who has bees, and apparently, much like Vintage Story, they have way too much honey and beeswax. They're like, I don't know how to get rid of it. Like, what do I do with this stuff? So my dad actually started, I wanted a cutting board, and my dad was like, I'll make you one. So I got a very nice, oh, hello, hyena. Black walnut cutting board from him. Get out of here. Oh, I said, get out of here. Shoo! But to keep it oiled, I had mentioned that I was struggling to keep cutting boards oiled because like it just kind of like you use it once and you wash it once and the oil's gone. And I've been using like mineral oil for that. And so he made a mixture of like 75% beeswax and 25% mineral oil, and like just gave us like a jar of it. And I put that on like 3 or 4 months ago. I have not had to reapply that stuff yet. Like you can still take a thumbnail and like press against the wood and you still get like, you know, oil and beeswax coming out of it. So really good stuff. You have a good buddy who won't stop giving away his honey. Someone random is asking, why are you keeping a lantern in my offhand? More inventory space and you don't mind the extra food usage? It's a couple things. One, yeah, I really don't care about the food usage. It is not a concern. Even in like a temperate area, I really don't mind the food. The only time it's ever an issue is if like I'm on a long adventure and I forgot to pack enough food, and I didn't bring like a clay pot and bowl. Beyond that, like the 20% extra food is negligible in the long run. Early game, it's a consideration, but mid-game, late game, whatever. The lantern I keep in my offhand because, one, I hate juggling it. Like, it's you know, it's an extra thing to fiddle with. And two, for recordings, even in, like, daylight, there's a difference. See that? It makes everything much more visible on YouTube. So I keep it in my offhand for that. Look, buddy. Sir, this is a Wendy's. This is my Wendy's. I'll slice this guy, but even if he has fat, unless it's like too fat, I'm not real interested. Okay, I lied. I lied. Interested. Consider my curiosity piqued. Hey, Phaedra made it! It is indeed not quite over yet. We're going to head back. We're going to do a little bit of setting up of fire clay brick firing in pit kilns. And then I think, see, it's about 9:50, so I'm not going to start any more hell hammering, unfortunately. We did some earlier, but then we had the wind suddenly and abruptly die, which is the same thing, suddenly, abruptly. That's the same word, pretty much. You didn't hear me say that. I said nothing. I'm innocent. Let's see. 6 stacks. That should do for now. I'll probably just do 2 stacks at a time, probably. Alright, let's go take a look at this, was it bull moose or bullwinkle growing over here? So it's this one up here, right? Or is it... this is the twin towers, not those towers. So it's gonna be this guy, right? I'm assuming. You can't wait for the weekend. You're gonna get some hours in with Mrs. Phaedra on Vintage Story. Hey, nice. That's awesome. hazard with the dictionary here. Suddenly means unexpectedly. Abruptly means very quickly. I feel like in the common vernacular that people tend to use suddenly to mean abruptly in general. What arrow am I using? I'm pretty sure they're tin bronze arrows. Yep. Tin bronze arrows. Oh, okay. I see it now. My eyes just sort of glanced over these previously. Okay, so this is the bullwinkle. Yeah, I can see it. So by the way, so I noted that there was strong wind back there, and there's actually a strong breeze over here. But as you can see, we're starving. But as you can see, our windmills in the distance are turning slowly. Because wind is a regional thing, it is not server-wide. Yeah, the wind vanishing was both sudden and abrupt. Yes, indeed. And very final. It was like, no. Hammer just like stopped. Oh, sweet. Yes. We are golden. We will, probably after the next harvest, we will never have to farm food again. We'll just do flax forever and ever. All right, so I got some of this. I'm going to put these in the basement. So I'm going to put you in the bottom. There we go. We're going to put you in the next one. I'm going to pull out 2 stacks. Actually, I'm going to pull out 3 stacks, because they're best done in groups of 3 because of multiplication. And then we're going to go and start... We'll start digging some pit kilns again. And I promised I was done with pit kilns, but here we are. Here we are indeed. It's nowhere safe. It's so dangerous out here. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's effectively 1 stack of bricks. We're up to 60 there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1 extra. And that should do. Let's pick up all this grass here while we're at it. Thought I heard a riptor just now. I think I do hear one. I think it's underground. We got about a minute before they start showing up in force, so let's get to it, as they say. No. Oh no, I have the better stacking on. Oh, that's right. We can do 16 at once. I forgot. Whoops. Go away. All right. Pick up all these guys, and we're going to fill you back in, I guess. It's a very clunky layout, but whatever. I'm going to cover this up because if I don't, it's going to rain. Then we're going to go and sleep right away. All right. Sleep time. Jars and jars of oranges. That will be us soon. Very soon. Funny that you use the pit kilns to make the bricks, so you never have to use the pit kilns again. I mean, that is how bootstrapping works, so yeah. What mod is the better stacking? I actually don't know. It's going to be one of the mods in the list in the video. That's about all I know. Okay, let's see. We need grass. So we have 4 by 3, so we have 12. So we need 120 grass. So there's that. We need a boatload of sticks. And we're gonna grab a, whoops, not you. Well, you know, we are very full of acacia right now, but I think we have some in a chest over here that I want to burn through first. Yes. Hey, let's make firewood out of the purple heart. Just kidding. Oh, we have a piece of fat to put away too. Boop. Okay, so grass. There we go. All right. Several dozen of oranges keeps the scurry at bay. Yep. Yeah, the goal here is that we'll get all of our food from trees, and then we'll just coast. Lots of olives, lots of pomegranates. And we'll still do still do plenty of other stuff. Meat, of course. I probably won't grow soybeans just because they require K, potassium, and we need that for our flax. So I'll probably just stick to hunting meat and occasionally culling the chickens, eating their eggs, that kind of thing. And I don't want to use our iron axe for this. I have some junk axes back in the base. Are we really talking about how to pronounce Gatordun? And you guys are hearing Gatordune? Oh, chat. Never change, chat. You gotta say it right there, but gotta be like, Gatordun! Alright. Get her done. That's like a police tackling somebody. Get her done! This is very quiet. You know, I think I realized I have the music off, don't I? I do. Oh, shame on me. We've been missing out, guys. Is Gator doing a mysterious crocodile? You gonna ignite, please? Thank you. Yeah, I turned the music off so that I can do the intros and outros, like after the streams are done. But then I do often forget to turn it back on. The worst, though, is when in OBS, I switch to, like, the end, like, the goodbye title card, and then I start recording the intro and outro, and then I check the video later, and it's just me talking with the image of thanks for watching, staring back at me, and I'm like, ah, darn it. It happens about a third of the time, too. It's not uncommon. Alright. We are not carbon neutral around here, no siree. Okay, let's get these in here. And it is about time to call it there. I want to check on the wind here. Yeah, it's too slow to bother with, so. Yeah, that's going to about do it, guys. I think we got a lot done today. We got plenty of iron ingots all done. We have 25 over there and 4 here, so almost half a stack. And we got our bees harvested. We got our, let's see, we got our columns put in, which is pretty cool. I love those columns. I am very happy with how they came out. Can I see them from here? No, up this direction. Up the ladder. Now can I see them? Oh, I can. Yeah, baby. Yep, definitely going to change that floor and this perimeter around here. That needs to be sandstone. So, and Katie made it for the very end. You missed your question answer, but I hope you enjoy it when you watch the VOD, which will hopefully be up soon. Oh, you know what we'll do? Before we go, let's move some things around here. What is going on here? Okay. This needs organization. Okay, so. I'm gonna grab you. I'm gonna pull out 2 liters. There we go. I'm gonna put you... Oops, no. You go in there. I'm gonna pull you guys out. And put you in here. There we go. We have 1 medium prepared hide. You come out. Leather in you, apparently. Okay. That's neat. Weak tannin. Still can't do you. Okay. I think we need to upgrade this to strong tannin, and then we should be good. Oh, no, we have more. Oh, man. Wait. We can stack you, though. Oh. Alright, so if we do that, can I seal you? I can still not seal you. Wow. Wow. Owen Wilson. Wow. Wait, I already have Acacia with me. I knew that. There we are. Alright, so that's moving along at least. Alright, gang. That is going to do it for tonight. We all had fun hanging out and chatting tonight. And looking forward to seeing as many of you as can make it on Sunday, I believe it is. I'll have to double check. Yes, if you can hit the like button on your way out, if you haven't already. That helps out the stream and the channel, both during and after the chat, or after the stream. So, thank you guys so much. As always, my name has been Corazar. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, Nightbot.